I want to hear about who killed that young couple.
So you're the one everybody's talking about?
Imagine waking up in a hospital bed, your body battered, your mind shattered, and the haunting memory of masked figures lurking in the shadows, refusing to fade. This is the chilling reality for Maya Lucas, the sole survivor of a brutal home invasion, as she finds herself thrust back into a nightmare that refuses to end. The Strangers Chapter 2, set to hit theaters on September 26, 2025, promises to plunge audiences deeper into this relentless horror saga. Directed by Rennie Harlin and produced by Lionsgate, alongside Fifth Element Productions, this film is the second installment in a fresh trilogy rebooting the iconic The Strangers franchise, originally created by Brian Burt, with a screenplay by Alan R. Cohen and Alan Friedland, and a runtime yet to be officially confirmed. The film stars Madeleine Petsch reprising her role as Maya, alongside Gabriel Basso and Emma Horvath, among others, all set to deliver performances that blend raw terror with emotional depth. 123. Picking up immediately after the harrowing events of the first chapter. The story follows Maya as she struggles to recover physically and mentally from the savage attack by the trio of masked assailants. But survival is only the beginning. As Maya wakes in a hospital, panic-stricken and desperate to escape, the terror is far from over. The Strangers, driven by a senseless and unceasing purpose, are back and more brutal than ever, hunting her down with a chilling determination to finish what they started. The film promises to explore not just the physical chase, but also the psychological torment that Maya endures, blurring the lines between reality and paranoia. This installment is set over an intense 4-day period, delving deeper into the identities and motivations of the masked villains while maintaining the visceral terror that defined the original film. 1456. The trailer and teaser footage released so far paint a grim and suspenseful picture. Visually, the film embraces a dark, claustrophobic atmosphere with stark hospital corridors, eerie small-town streets, and shadowy interiors that amplify the sense of dread. The pacing is relentless, with quick cuts between Maya's frantic escape and the cold, methodical pursuit by the Strangers. Notable scenes include Maya's desperate flight from the hospital and cryptic interactions with new characters like Gregory Gabriel Basso and Shelley Ima Horvath, whose true intentions remain ambiguous. The masks, iconic to the franchise, return with renewed menace, their blank expressions more terrifying against the backdrop of the film's unsettling score. Fans have responded with a mix of excitement and curiosity, eager to see how the new trilogy expands the lore while preserving the primal fear that made the original. A cult classic. 245. Madeleine Petsch's return as Maya is a highlight, with expectations high for her to portray a survivor who is both vulnerable and fiercely determined. Gabriel Basso and Emma Horvath bring fresh energy to the cast, potentially adding layers of complexity and new dynamics to the narrative. The director, Rennie Harlin, known for his work in action and horror, is steering the trilogy in a direction that promises more psychological depth and narrative twists than the first film, which focused heavily on raw terror and survival. There's speculation that the film will not only reveal more about the Strangers' origins and motives, but also challenge Maya's grasp on reality, possibly introducing elements of unreliable narration or hallucination, which would add a compelling psychological thriller dimension to the slasher format. 136. In the context of the larger franchise, The Strangers Chapter 2 serves as a crucial middle act in the new trilogy, bridging the initial shock and chaos of Chapter 1 with what is expected to be a climactic conclusion in Chapter 3. The production, shot back-to-back with the other two films in Slovakia, benefits from a solid budget that allows for high-quality cinematography, practical effects, and a haunting score by Justin Burnett, all contributing to a tense and immersive horror experience. The hype surrounding the film is well-founded given its pedigree, the creative team's commitment to deepening the story, and the fanbase's appetite for a fresh yet faithful continuation of the series. 136. Personally, I'm intrigued by how The Strangers Chapter 2 will balance the visceral horror with the psychological unraveling of Maya's character. The teaser hints at a darker, more complex narrative that could elevate this sequel beyond typical slasher fare. The return of the masked strangers, combined with new characters whose loyalties are unclear, sets the stage for a suspenseful and emotionally charged thriller. I'm eager to see if the film can maintain the tension and fear while answering some of the lingering questions about the strangers' identities without diluting the mystery that fuels the terror. What do you think? Are you ready to dive back into this nightmare come September? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like and subscribe for more in-depth reviews and horror insights. The masks are back, and the madness has only just begun.